Let us today study the second part of the numerical that are based on Faraday's law, cell potential, standard Gibbs energy change, equilibrium constant. Students, this numerical is based on Faraday's first law. So I'm reading this numerical first. What is the mass of Cu metal produced at the cathode during passage of 5 ampere current through CuSO4 solution for 100 minutes? Molar mass of Cu is 63.5 grams per mole. Now my dear students, we have already studied about the Faraday's concept. Okay. So when two electrodes are dipped in a container, one electrode is positively charged and one electrode is negatively charged, and these two electrodes are connected to one another by a battery. Now the solution contains positively charged ions and negatively charged ions, that is the cations and the anions. Now students, the positively charged ion will get attracted towards the negative terminal, that is the negative electrode, and the negatively charged ions, that is the anions, will get attracted towards the cathode. Now students, in this we are able to find out, or we are able to calculate the amount of substance that is deposited at the cathode, and to calculate the volume of the gas that is being liberated, or the weight of the gas that is being liberated. Now students, in this type of numerical that you all can see on the slide, we are supposed to calculate the amount of substance that is deposited at the electrode. So students, over here we are supposed to calculate the amount of mass that is deposited or produced at the cathode. So students, for that we need to know the stoichiometry for the formation of Cu. That is, we need to know the cell reaction. As you all can see students, it is Cu2 plus 2 electrons that will give you Cu metal. So reduction is being taking place over here, as there is a loss of electrons that is taking place. So now we need to find out the mole ratio. Students, Cu has the charge of 2 plus. So that is why 2 electrons are being involved over here. So mole ratio is equal to how many moles of Cu are involved? 1 mole. And how many electrons are there? So 2 electrons. So it is 1 mole upon 2 moles of electron. Now we need to find out the mass of copper that is deposited at the cathode. And it is given by W is equal to I in amperes into time in seconds upon 96500. Students, you all need to remember that 1 Faraday is equal to 96500, and as this numerical is based on Faraday's first law, that is why it is very important to know the value of 1 Faraday into mole ratio into molar mass of Cu. So students, substituting all the values that are being given. So when we simplify this, we get the answer 9.87 grams. So students, 9.87 grams of copper is being deposited at the cathode. Now students, you all even need to know that the unit for mass is grams. So you all have to write down the unit for mass, that is grams. This numerical is based upon Faraday's second law, where there are two cells containing electrolytes, and both the cells have different electrolytes that are connected in series. Okay, so one cell contains ZnSO4 as the electrolyte, and second cell contains AlCl3 as the electrolyte. So students, now in this numerical we are supposed to calculate the mass of a particular metal that is deposited on the cell. So you all may be given the mass of one cell, and using Faraday's second law, you all have to calculate the mass of the second cell. So I am reading the numerical. In a certain electrolysis experiment, 4.36 grams of zinc are deposited in one cell containing ZnSO4 solution. So students, over here the electrolyte is ZnSO4 and Zn is being deposited in its cell. Calculate the mass of Al deposited in another cell containing AlCl3 solution connected in series with a ZnSO4 cell. Now students, you all have to remember this is Faraday's second law, where there will be two cells that will be containing different electrolyte and they are connected in series. But the quantity of electricity which is passed through them will be the same. So students, let us first write down the cell reaction for zinc and let us write down the cell reaction for aluminium. Over here, the molar masses of zinc and aluminium are being given. We are just told to calculate the mass of Al that is being deposited. So students, at zinc, there is a reduction that is taking place as zinc loses 2 electrons. So it is given as Zn2 plus 2 electrons will give you zinc, which is deposited on the cell that contains the electrolyte ZnSO4. So now let us calculate the mole ratio for zinc. So it is 1 mole. As zinc contains 1 mole, that is why it is 1 mole upon it contains 2 moles of electrons. So that is why it is upon 2 moles of electron. Now let us come to the third cell. So the oxidation state of Al is 3 plus. Okay, so over here also reduction has taken place and Al loses 3 electrons. So it is Al3 plus 3 electrons, it gives Al, which will get deposited on the cell containing the AlCl3 solution. So the mole ratio is 1 mole upon 3 mole electrons. So now students, over here we shall be using the formula for Faraday's second law. And that formula is W1 upon mole ratio 1 into M1 is equal to W2 upon mole ratio 2 into M2. Students, we have already studied this derivation during our live lectures in the topic quantitative aspects of electrolysis, where we derived these formulas. Okay, so now W1 means what? The mass of zinc that is deposited is given as 4.36 grams. You all have to always remember weight is always measured in grams. Okay, the unit for weight will always be grams. Then the molar mass for zinc is 65.4 grams per mole. Then we are supposed to calculate the weight of aluminium, whereas the molar mass of aluminium is given to be 27 grams per mole. Now substituting these values into the formula. So when we substitute 4.36 in W1 in place of W1 and mole ratio 1 is 1 mole upon 2 mole electrons into 65.4 grams per mole, that is the molar mass of zinc, is equal to W2, which we are supposed to find out, upon 1 mole upon 3 mole electrons into 27 gram per mole. Now students, whatever similar units you all can see are supposed to be cancelled out. So after cancelling the similar units, we are left with 4.36 grams into 2 upon 65.4 is equal to W2 into 3 upon 27. As over here, it was 1 upon 2. 2 was in denominator. So when we shifted, it went into the numerator. Again over here, 3 was in the denominator in the first step. So that is why it went into the numerator. Okay. When it was as it was divided and in multiplication form, it went into the numerator. So now students, we want the values for W2. So that is why we will be shifting all the values to the left hand side. So when we do so, we get 4.36 into 2 into 27 upon 65.4 into 3. Students, the calculation can be done either using log or you all can also do it manually. So the answer is 1.2 grams. So students, do not forget to write down the final answer. That is 1.2 grams of aluminium was deposited on the cell that contained the electrolyte AlCl3. Students, this is very important numerical from exam point of view. Such numericals are based on the cell potential or the cell voltage. That is, you have to calculate E cell by using Nernst equation. So I am reading the numerical. Please pay attention. calculate the cell voltage of the cell SN2 plus double line Ag plus Ag solid at 25 degrees Celsius. E0 SN is equal to minus 0.136 volt. E0 Ag is equal to 0.800 volt. Students, from the formulation of galvanic cells, we know that the metal electrode that is at the extreme left is the anode, and the metal electrode that is at the extreme right is the cathode. So over here tin is the anode whereas silver is the cathode, and its E0 SN is given as minus 0.136 volt and E0 Ag is given as 0.800. And you all have to always remember that the standard potential of cathode is always greater than that of the anode. And students, from this E0 values you all can see that the Ag is cathode and its value is much more higher than that of the anode. So students, when a particular metal electrode is at the left, it is anode, and while it is at right, it is cathode. Now it is very important for us to write down the cell reaction. Okay, so the cell reaction for tin is Sn2 plus 2 electrons. Please note that at anode oxidation will take place, whereas at cathode reduction will take place. So over here oxidation means a loss of electrons. So tin is losing 2 electrons and it is having a charge of plus 2. Whereas at cathode there is a reduction that is taking place. Okay, reduction is gain of electrons. But my dear students, you all can see that this reduction reaction at cathode is multiplied by 2. Now why is it so? Because tin has 2 electrons that are being lost. Okay, so that is why we have to multiply it by 2, so that the answer comes 2 electrons. So the 2 electrons at the cathode and the 2 electrons at the anode gets cancelled, and you all are being left with tin solid plus 2 Ag plus Sn2 plus 2 Ag. So this is the overall cell reaction. Now students, writing down the cell potential. The cell potential is given by Nernst law. So it is E cell is equal to E0 cell minus 0.0592 upon 2 volt log 10, then concentration of Sn2 plus upon concentration of Ag plus the whole square. Now students, why is it 2? Because over here we have multiplied Ag by 2. Okay, and students, you all can see in the reactant side for the overall cell reaction that there are 2 moles of Ag. So that is why we are writing it in the raised to power. Please remember that the anode is written in the numerator and the cathode is written in the denominator. Now to find out E cell using Nernst equation, it is also important to find out the standard potential of the cell. So the standard potential is given by E0 of cathode minus E0 of anode. So the cathode is Ag, the anode is Sn, that is tin. So substituting the standard potentials that are being given into the equation, we get 0.8 volt plus 0.136. Now students, why is it plus here? Because over here in the first step it is minus, in the formula it is minus, and the value of E0 Sn was a minus 0.136. So minus into minus becomes plus. So the value for standard potential of cell which we get is 0.936 volt. Now students, we will be substituting this E0 cell value into the formula. So we get E cell is equal to 0.936 volt minus 0.0592 upon 2 volt log of 0.02 upon 0.01 the whole square. Now students, what is this 0.02 and 0.01? So it is the concentration of the cathode and the anode. When you simplify this, you all will be getting log 10 200. Okay, so we have to find the log of 200. So over here, when you all simplify it, you all get 0.936 volt minus 0.0681 volt. So the answer is E cell is equal to 0.8679 volt. So my dear students, the voltage of the cell is 0.8679 volt. Always remember students, the E cell value should be written in volts. Please remember the units. Students, this numerical is based upon Nernst equation where we are supposed to find out the electrode potential. Nernst equation can be used to calculate cell potential and electrode potential. I am reading the numerical. The standard potential of the electrode Zn2 plus Zn is minus 0.76 volt. Calculate its potential. So students, over here the standard potential of a zinc, that is E0Zn, is given to be minus 0.76 volt, and we are supposed to find out the potential, that is EZn. So let us first see the electrode reaction. So you all can see that over here zinc has gained 2 electrons, that is zinc ion has gained 2 electrons, and it has underwent reduction reaction to give zinc, that is Zn solid. Now using Nernst equation over here, so EZn is equal to E0Zn minus 0.0592 volts upon N, where N is the number of moles of electrons used in the reaction. So students, over here you all can see in this reaction 2 electrons are being used, so N will be equal to 2. Log 10 1 upon the concentration of zinc ion. So let us come towards the solution. So substituting the values, E0Zn is equal to minus 0.76 volt plus. Now students, over here initially it was minus, now it has become plus. Why is it so? Because in the second step, if you all see, it is log 10 1 upon concentration of iron. But students, as this concentration of iron was in denominator, now in this second step we have taken it into the numerator. So when this is the case, so the minus sign will change into the positive sign. So see the third step, minus 0.76 volt plus 0.0592 upon 2. Now students, over here you all need to simplify this, that is you all will be dividing 0.0592 by 2 into minus 1.6990. So students, when you all simplify this entire term, you all will be getting minus 0.76 volt minus 0.0503 volt. So students, over here the potential of a zinc is minus 0.81 volt. Such numerical can be asked for 2 marks. Students, this type of numerical is based upon standard Gibbs energy change and equilibrium constant calculation. I am reading the numerical, please pay attention. Calculate standard Gibbs energy change and equilibrium constant at 225 degrees Celsius for the cell reaction Cd plus Sn2 plus gives Cd2 plus Sn. Given are the standard potential of the electrode, that is E0Cd is minus 0.403 volt and E0Sn is minus 0.136 volt. Write formula of the cell. So students, over here we are just told to represent the formula of the cell. So students, first let us write down the cell reaction that is made up of 2 electrodes. So the cell reaction is Cd2 plus Cd and Sn2 plus Sn. Now students, while explaining you all last numerical, I had told you all that if the electrode potential, standard electrode potential of any electrode is higher, then it is considered as the cathode. Whereas if the standard electrode potential is less, then the other one, then it is considered as the anode. So students, over here you all can see that the E0 value for Sn2 plus Sn electrode is higher as compared to that of Cd2 plus and Cd. So that is why the Sn2 plus Sn electrode is the cathode and Cd2 plus is considered as the anode. So while writing the cell formula, it is represented as Cd, Cd2 plus, then double vertical lines Sn2 plus Sn. My dear students, these double vertical lines represent the salt bridge. So these two solutions of Cd and Sn are being connected by a salt bridge, and that is represented by two vertical lines. Then students, you all can see that the Cd and Cd2 plus, Sn and Sn2 plus are again separated by a vertical line. So Cd2 plus and Sn2 plus are the aqueous solution of the ions, and Cd and Sn represents the metal electrode. Students, now this Cd is the anode and it is written on the extreme left. So you all can identify that it is anode, whereas tin is the cathode as it is written on the extreme right hand side. Even its E0 value is more than that of the cadmium, that is the anode. Students, in this numerical, we were told to calculate standard Gibbs energy change, that is delta G0. Then we are told to calculate equilibrium constant, that is K, and to write down the cell formula. So we have already derived the cell formula. Now we will be calculating the standard Gibbs energy change, which is given by delta G0, and that is equal to minus N F E0 cell. N over here is the moles of electrons used in the reaction. F is Faraday, which is equal to 96500. Students, you all should remember the values. Then E0 cell is to be calculated. So students, as we know, E0 cell is calculated in such a way that E0 cell is equal to E0 cathode minus E0 anode. So E0 cathode is tin and E0 anode is cadmium. So substituting the values of standard potential of tin and cadmium into this formula, we will be getting E0 cell is equal to 0.267 volts. Now my dear students, we got E0 cell, we got Faraday, we know the value for Faraday. Now let us see how many number of moles are there. So students, there are 2 moles of electrons that are being present. Sn and Cd both have positive charge of 2, that is plus 2, that is why N is equal to 2. So substituting all these values in delta G, we get minus 51531 volt coulomb. So students, that is equal to joules. So we get delta G0 is equal to minus 51531 joules. Now students, when we convert joules into kilojoules, it is 10 raised to minus 3. So shifting 3 points, so we get delta G0 is equal to minus 51.53 kilojoules. So over here we got the value for standard Gibbs energy change. The third part of this numerical is to find out the equilibrium constant. So over here we will be using the formula E0 cell is equal to 0.0592 upon 2 volts log K. So students, we have found the value for E0 cell, that is 0.267 is equal to 0.0592 upon 2. 2 over here is the moles of electron, okay, and log 10. So students, as we need to find out the value for log 10, that is why we will be shifting all the other terms to one side. So it becomes log 10 is equal to 0.267 into 2 upon 0.0592. So students, when you all simplify this, you all will be getting log 10 is equal, log K is equal to 9.023. So students, as it is log on the left hand side, so when you shift it on the right hand side, it becomes antilog. So over here, you all need to find out the antilog of 9.0203. So when you find out the antilog, the value for equilibrium constant you get is 1.05 into 10 raised to 9. So this was the equilibrium constant at 25 degrees Celsius for the cell reaction. Students, please do not forget to write down the final answers. Numericals on electrochemistry will be coming for either 2 to 3 marks. So in these two videos, we have solved all the types and all the kinds of numericals that are expected in your exam. Thank you, my dear students.